sitting alone by the forest campfire. Good evening. You've done well today. In case no one told you, you're doing a good job. I'm proud of you. Now let the noise of the day fade away. I'll tell you a quiet, gentle story to help you rest. Just listen and let go. The air tonight is cool, with just a hint of crispness that speaks of the deep forest around us. You're sitting by a small campfire, its flames dancing with soft crackles and whispers. Each tiny lick of firelight casts warm, shifting shadows on the trees nearby, making them seem to breathe and sway gently in the darkness. The fire sounds are a steady, rhythmic comfort, the gentle hiss of sap burning, the soft pop of a collapsing ember, the subtle rustle as a breeze teasing the smoke upwards into the night sky. Beyond the circle of light, the forest murmurs, a symphony of ambient sounds, the distant hoot of an owl, the faint rustling of leaves, maybe a tiny creature scurrying softly through the undergrowth. There's no urgency here, no demands, just the quiet presence of the woods and the consistent warmth of the fire. You can feel the heat on your face, a pleasant contrast to the cool night air, and smell the earthy scent of wood smoke mingling with the fresh aroma of pine and damp soil. The sky above is a vast, inky canvas, slowly revealing its pinpricks of light as the last sliver of twilight fades. One by one, stars emerge, tiny diamonds scattered across velvet, ancient and unchanging. You watch them, letting your gaze soften, feeling your eyelids grow heavy. The only task is to listen, to feel the quiet rhythm of the night. The fire settles, the wood occasionally shifting with a sigh. It's a moment of complete peace, undisturbed and calm. Your breathing slows, matching the gentle pace of the crackling wood. Each inhale bringing in the cool night air, each exhale releasing the last remnants of the day's worries. You are simply here, held by the soft glow and the steady sounds of the forest at night, safe and deeply at rest. As the night deepens, a fine, almost imperceptible mist begins to weave its way through the trees, softening the edges of everything. It's not a cold mist, but a gentle, ethereal veil that makes the world feel even more hushed and magical. The fire's glow seems to deepen in response, its oranges and reds more vibrant against the muted backdrop. You might notice the distant sound of water, a soft trickling or a faint murmur, like a tiny stream making its way over smooth stones, somewhere unseen in the darkness. It's a sound that blends seamlessly with the crackle of the fire, creating a perfect, natural harmony. You pull your blanket a little tighter, feeling the soft wool against your skin, a comforting weight that adds to your sense of warmth and security. There's no need to move, no need to think, just to simply be. The rustling of leaves becomes less distinct as the mist thickens, each sound muffled into a gentle whisper. If you listen closely, you might imagine the trees themselves breathing, their ancient roots reaching deep into the earth while their branches stretch towards the infinite stars above. The air around you feels clean and fresh, filled with the pure essence of the forest. This is a place untouched by the busy world, a sanctuary where time itself seems to slow down, allowing you to truly let go. You feel your muscles relax, your shoulders drop, and any lingering tension dissolves into the quiet hum of the night. You are wrapped in a cocoon of warmth, sound, and stillness, drifting deeper into peace. The mist thickens just a touch more, not so much that it hides anything, but enough to blur the edges of the world. Everything softens. The trees seem taller, gentler. Their silhouettes melt into the night like quiet guardians, patient and ancient, watching over you without a sound. You shift slightly, pulling the blanket a little higher around your shoulders. The fabric brushes your skin, soft, worn, perfectly familiar, and beneath it, the warmth from the fire still cradles you. That warmth isn't just on your skin now. It's seeping inward, calming your chest, your stomach, your arms. A slow hush moves through you, like your whole body is exhaling in time with the coals. The spiral you drew in the ash still glows faintly, tiny embers nestled along the curve. It's like a secret only you and the fire share, a quiet marking of presence, of stillness, of now. You glance upward again, and the stars, they're everywhere now, more than before. They weren't visible when the fire first started, but now, like they've been waiting for the perfect moment, they shine. Not in competition with the fire, but in harmony, a sky full of them. The Milky Way stretches faintly across the black, like a soft stroke of silver dust across a canvas. And here and there, a brighter one pulses just a little stronger, like a heartbeat in the dark. One twinkles right above your head, blinking softly, steadily. You stare for a while, unfocused, not needing to name it or think, just letting it be, letting yourself be. The fire shifts again. One of the logs collapses inward with a slow sigh, sending up a swirl of glowing sparks that drift lazily into the sky. You watch them rise, each one bright for a breath, then gone, like tiny shooting stars, rising instead of falling. Something in your chest settles as you watch them. Not just your body, your thoughts too, the parts of your mind that usually spin and reach and ache. They're still now, like someone gently pressed pause on the whole world, and all that's left is this moment, this fire, this breath. You lean forward just slightly, enough to feel the heat more fully on your face, and hold your hands out to it, palms open, fingers loose, just to feel the glow. The warmth wraps around them, almost like another blanket, and for a long time you just sit like that, breathing, feeling. Behind the fire, the forest continues to whisper, a gentle creak of wood, a faint snap of twig, the occasional flutter of wings somewhere unseen. Nothing sharp or sudden, only the quiet rhythm of a world that's perfectly at ease. Even the animals know there's no rush in here, no danger, only the night, only rest. The scent of the burning wood shifts slightly, now a bit sweeter as the sap within one log begins to bubble slowly. You hear it hiss, a tiny fizz like rain evaporating before it even touches the ground. It smells of pine, deep and rich and old, like a memory from another time. Maybe a cabin, maybe another fire long ago, maybe something you can't quite name. But it feels good. And more than that, it feels safe. You pull the blanket a little tighter, tuck your legs up beneath you, and close your eyes for just a moment. The glow still dances behind your lids, not harsh or bright, but soft, like candlelight. The warmth is everywhere now, in your hands, on your cheeks, beneath the blanket, inside your chest. And the sound of the fire, it's like a voice almost, not speaking words, but telling something anyway. A language made of light and crackle, of sigh and pop and glowing coal. And you are part of it, just one more living thing in this quiet, living night. Somewhere, beyond the outer edge of the firelight, just at the boundary where shadows deepen and the trees begin to blur into silhouettes, a sound emerges, soft, faint, almost nothing at all. At first, it could be anything, a whisper of wind, a shifting root, a leaf losing its grip on a branch and floating gently down through the night. You don't move, just listen, letting your ears settle into the silence so the sound can rise through it, like a bubble surfacing on still water. There it is again, a tiny rustle, then a gentle crunch of dry needles, slow and deliberate, like something small is making its way carefully through the undergrowth. You blink slowly. No fear stirs in you. The fire, the stars, the soft warmth surrounding your shoulders, they keep everything calm. Whatever it is out there, it's not a threat. You know that. It's just the forest living its quiet life, moving gently around you like the world breathing in its sleep. The sound gets a little closer, and you lean ever so slightly to the side, just enough to glimpse past a log near the fire's edge. At first, you see only darkness, the soft, silver-painted shapes of tree trunks and the misty black beyond. Then something shifts in the low brush, a small shape, rounded, careful. And then, catching just a flicker of firelight, a little glint of fur and tiny glistening eyes. It's a hedgehog, just a hedgehog. He pauses for a moment, half in shadow, half illuminated by the flickering light. His little body is round and low, covered in a bristling coat of spines that glimmer gold and copper with every movement. He sniffs the air delicately, his nose twitching with rapid, tiny pulses, curious, alert, but unafraid. He steps forward, each motion deliberate, almost comically slow. His tiny paws press the forest floor with care, barely making a sound, save for the occasional soft crunch beneath him. A fallen twig, a dry leaf, the gentle swish of damp moss parting beneath his weight. You smile without meaning to, It's such a small thing, a tiny creature wandering through the world like you are, just existing, just being. But there's something comforting about it, something familiar. He snuffles near the fire's edge now, just outside the heat's reach. Maybe he smells the wood smoke, or maybe he's curious about the warmth, drawn like you were. You don't move, you don't want to startle him, so you just sit, barely breathing, your eyes soft, your heart gentle. His nose twitches again. He pauses. Then, with the same quiet determination, he continues his path. Not toward you, not away, just onward. Like the forest has somewhere for him to be, and this moment by the fire was only a passing stop on his quiet journey. His little shape disappears slowly back into the mist and the dark. The sounds of his movement fade, a faint brushing here, a delicate rustle there, until the night holds him completely again. But the peace he brought lingers. That brief connection, silent, still, settles into your chest like a warm stone dropped into deep water. Not heavy, not sharp, just real, just present. The forest, you realize, is full of these moments, small stories, quiet lives, hidden rhythms. And even though you're here alone by the fire, you're part of all of it. You let your gaze drift back to the flames. They've settled lower now, deep orange and soft red, pulsing gently like the coals are dreaming. The logs have burned down a little, their bark peeled away, revealing glowing veins of heat beneath a shell of white-gray ash. It looks like a slow-moving river, glowing from within, ancient and patient. Every now and then, a tiny ember drifts upward, a lazy sparkle in the night air, only to vanish before it reaches the stars. And the stars, they're watching, still, unchanging. You stretch your fingers toward the fire again, letting the warmth sink into your palms. Your heartbeat is slow now, your breaths even slower. The weight of the day has dissolved completely. All that remains is this: the fire, the stars, the trees, and the hush of the forest wrapped around you like a protective hand. In the far distance, you hear the faintest flutter, wings, maybe, a night bird in flight. Then silence again. The hedgehog is gone, but the calm he carried still lingers, like a whispered message. The world moves quietly, and so can you. You reach out again, slowly, lazily, to nudge one of the logs resting on the edge of the fire. It's half collapsed now, one side already glowing orange, the other still dark and firm. With a soft push from a nearby stick, the log rolls inward. A low crackle answers you. Then a spark, small, bright, jumps free and disappears into the air. The fire breathes deeper. For a moment, it flares slightly, licking higher, stretching upward with fresh life. You watch as the inner glow spreads, as new veins of ember bloom across the fresh surface, like fire remembering itself, like it's waking up again, just for you. The warmth grows a little stronger, gently pressing against your legs and face. The scent of wood smoke sharpens for a breath, then softens again, folding itself into the night. There's something about fire, something ancient and quiet. It doesn't rush, it doesn't hurry. It simply burns at its own pace. It eats slowly, with patience. And when you give it just a little attention, just a small nudge, it comes back to life. You lean back slightly, eyes half-lidded, gazing into the glow. And a thought floats gently into your mind. Simple, unforced. Maybe calm isn't something we chase. Maybe it's something we notice. Just like this fire. It's always been here, quiet, glowing, alive. But it's only when you stop, really stop, that you feel it. That warmth, that soft rhythm, that slow whispering reminder that everything is okay. And maybe peace is like that too. Not a finish line, not a reward, but something underneath all the noise, waiting to be felt again. You let that thought sit with you like a pebble in your hand. No need to explain it, no need to stretch it out. Just notice it. Like the flames, like your breath, like the silence around you. You glance up for a moment. The stars overhead seem brighter now. Maybe it's the contrast. Maybe it's the way the firelight dances off the mist. Or maybe it's just you, slowing down enough to really see. And in that stillness, you remember, even the stars don't rush. They've burned for millions of years without moving an inch, and they're still beautiful, still doing exactly what they were meant to. Maybe you are too. The log shifts again, just slightly, and a soft cascade of ash falls inward, glowing like snowfall made of light. The flames settle lower once more, their dance slower, steadier. The heat doesn't press anymore, it simply surrounds, gentle, present, like an old friend who doesn't need to speak to make you feel safe. Your shoulders are looser now, your jaw unclenched. Your body, so often on edge, is just here. You breathe in deeply. The air is cool, pine-scented, edged with the earthiness of damp bark and moss. You breathe out even slower, as if the trees are breathing with you. And as you sit there, the fire burning soft and the forest wrapped around you like a living lullaby, the world doesn't ask anything of you. The fire has settled into a quieter rhythm now. It no longer reaches upward with eager flames. Instead, it breathes low and slow, like a sleeping creature curled in on itself. Deep within the heart of it, glowing coals pulse with a soft red light, flickering just beneath their charred skin. Every few moments, a thin finger of flame will rise, tracing a lazy arc into the air before folding back into the warmth. It's as if the fire, too, is getting ready to rest. You find yourself mesmerized by the way it moves, not in chaos, but in quiet repetition. Crackle, glow, shift, pause, breathe, flicker. Like the fire is thinking too, remembering. Tiny flecks of ash float gently upward, caught in the heat's invisible lift, before vanishing into the night. If you follow them with your eyes, they seem to rise into the stars themselves, little offerings from earth to sky. You gently shift the blanket around your shoulders, tucking it under your arms, letting the warmth settle more fully into your chest and spine. The fire's heat still brushes your skin, not hot now, just steady, reassuring, like a heartbeat outside your own. You reach out with the stick again, slowly stirring the embers, and watch as a buried coal awakens, glowing orange-red as it rolls forward. The shape of it reminds you of a sun caught in miniature, a whole world of warmth wrapped into a tiny burning stone. You watch it quietly, thoughtfully, letting your mind go soft, your body heavy. The crackle of wood has become quieter now, less like a conversation, more like a lullaby. It's a background hum, a fireplace of the soul. Nothing loud, nothing sharp, just rhythm. Gentle, constant, kind. And as the minutes stretch, you start to notice how much the fire has given you tonight. Not just heat, not just light, but space. A space to breathe, to think less, to simply be. You didn't need to do anything to deserve this moment. Didn't need to prove anything. Didn't need to speak or solve or strive. You just came. And the fire welcomed you. Maybe that's what peace really is. Not something loud and triumphant, but something that meets you in stillness and wraps around you like a blanket. Something that burns slowly, steadily, with no demands. And maybe, just maybe, you can carry a little of that fire inside you, even when the night ends, even when tomorrow begins. You glance up again one last time. The stars are still there, quiet as ever. The mist has thickened slightly now, giving the trees a softer edge, like watercolor painted with a sleeping hand. The forest is completely calm. Even the wind has paused. And here you are, still by the fire, still safe, still surrounded by the hush of the world at peace. Your eyelids are heavy now. The warmth, the glow, the quiet, they've all done their work. And so, as the fire breathes gently beside you, and the earth hums quietly beneath you, you let go, you rest, you dream. Good night.